track and field stadium at StubHub Center. Welcome to LA Galaxy 2 soccer tonight. Los Dos looks to get in the winners column for the first time this season when they play host to St. Louis FC. Hello again and welcome. Joe Totino alongside former Galaxy Brian Jordan tonight. Glad to have you aboard for this one. The Galaxy looking to shake the sting from last time out, failing to close out a 3-1 advantage and ultimately falling on the road to Phoenix Rising by a score of 4-3 in a wild affair. Tonight is this second season meeting between these Western Conference rivals. On April 14th, St. Louis held on for a 1-0 victory over Galaxy 2. They come in at 3-1-4 on the season with 13 points. The player to watch for St. Louis FC will be Kyle Gregg. He comes in having scored 3 goals on the year so far. For LA Galaxy 2 at 0-5-3 with 3 points on the season. We'll take a look at Efrain Alvarez. Alvarez scoring his first pro goal last week. It was a beauty against Phoenix. Johanna, take a look at it at the LA Galaxy website, Galaxy 2 website, and the highlight of that one, more goals to come from that young man. Player is about to make it to the pitch here tonight. When we come back, the national anthem, we'll take a look at the referees, we'll get you the starting lineups. Brian Jordan will join me as Galaxy 2 looking for their first win on the campaign, taking on St. Louis FC. All the action is coming up next.
Galaxy are rampant. How sweet it is! The Los Angeles Galaxy have their reward.
Going forward is a Frenchman. He's tired. Sedin is going to catch up to him. What a ball and what a finish!
Flag is stayed down. Robbie Keane! Yes! The Los Angeles Galaxy are the first to 5, and Donovan goes out a champion.
And welcome back. Nice job done there by Cameron Valladares, the midfielder from Galaxy LA Academy under 14s. And joined now by Brian Jordan as we're getting ready for this one. BJ, welcome to the broadcast booth.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here, man.
It is good to have you here tonight. Thank you for helping out on the broadcast, and we'll have many more to come. Let's take a look at the first 11s from each of these sides. First off, the visiting club, St. Louis FC, as we mentioned at the top 3, 1, and 4. They come in with a 4-3-3 formation. Kyle Gregg will not be in the first 11. He's in the 18. We're going to focus a little bit on Albert Dikwa, who is the target forward here for these clubs in the 4-3-3 for St. Louis FC. They'll have 4 across the defense. Finlayson Jake is in goal. I should say Jake Finlayson is the goalkeeper here for them. Sean Reynolds and Sam Fink are the center backs, and going forward an attacking formation for St. Louis FC. For Galaxy 2, they'll also go into a 4-3-3 formation. Justin Vomsteeg in goal for the Galaxy, but we're going to see a couple of Galaxy veterans out here tonight. Ethan Zubak, who's done well as the target forward, but he's going to be flanked by Ariel Lassiter and Bradford Jameson IV, players that have had experience with the MLS version of the LA Galaxy, so this should help the attack.
Yeah, for sure. I'm thinking Ethan Zubak's going to get a lot of balls in the center tonight. That's where he feels more comfortable, and they're going to provide him with service, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, Efren Alvarez, the young player who had that magnificent goal last time out, his first goal, 15 years of age, looking for a lot more from him this evening as well. Good look at head coach Mike Munoz of the LA Galaxy, looking for that first win here in 2018 as this Galaxy side's looking to come together with a very young roster this season for LA Galaxy 2. And on the other side is Anthony Poulos, is the head coach at St. Louis FC. Off to a pretty good start, St. Louis, 3-1-4 on the year and 13 points. That is not bad at all. Galaxy huddled up at the middle of the park, getting ready to go. Daniel Radford is our referee for tonight's game. His assistants will be Eduardo Jeff and Melissa Gonzalez. The fourth official is Brandon Stevies. Good look at Ledbetter there, getting ready to go. Daniel Radford will be controlling things tonight. Players huddling up about 40 yards away from goal. Vomsteeg, Galaxy really like this young goalkeeper. He is on the road also with a Major League Soccer club as the backup for most games, and so the Galaxy, I think, have him on the fast track right now.
Yeah, I think so.
So Galaxy 2 will have this one to start it out. They'll defend the goal to our right and attack from right to left. And getting off on the front foot is going to be very important for this Galaxy team. Brian, going back, you had a chance to talk to Mike Munoz. He gave you a little insight on St. Louis FC. What do they expect this evening?
Yes, as of the last meeting with these two teams, it was a pretty back and forth game. One thing they really want to concentrate on tonight is maybe getting a little bit more possession, settling in their play, and carrying over their great attacking prowess from last game against Phoenix.
And we're underway right now. They're up 3-1 at Phoenix, and you know, closing out games always a difficult thing to do. But up 3-1, you want to get some points out of that, right?
Yeah, you'd like to see that result go in your favor. Maybe if they just continue to play their game instead of sitting back, I noticed that might have been the case for the result. But just have them keep concentrating on their game, and you'll pull that one out.
A couple players we're going to keep an eye on tonight. Bradford Jameson IV making his way back from injury. We want to see him do well. Ari Lassiter, you want to see him continue to get better and get more reps and more minutes played. As this ball comes back to Vomsteeg, who's able to pick up. His defense across him, Nate Schultz, Thomas Hilliard Arce, and Hugo Arellano are center backs. John Riccio on the left side for the Galaxy, who's done a pretty good job on that left side so far this season. Here's Schultz. He'll play it all the way back against Vomsteeg. They'll try to build out of the back here. Galaxy 2. It'll come on over. Hugo Arellano over to Riccio, who lobs it long, trying to find Ethan Zubak. It'll come back this time and collected by the Galaxy, who have it at midfield at the moment. Alvarez. Bradford Jameson wheels it around towards the right. A lot of space here for Schultz on that right side. Trying to lob it in. Galaxy want a handball. It's not going to happen. The far side referee's assistant keeps the flag down. It'll come all the way back to the goalkeeper, Vomsteeg. Early moments of this one. Brian Jordan, Joe Tutino, glad to have you aboard.
Yeah, in this last play. I like the time Bradford took on this play and switched it out right. We got some service. Unlucky not to get that call.
Finding time and space,
Yes,
right? And I think
exactly.
Bradford Jameson, throughout his young career, his short career to this point, he's had that natural ability for him to find that space for him going forward.
Yeah, I've found so when I watch him. He's very good on top of the ball.
Galaxy now trying to break out. This one will be broken up back the other way. Here's Ledbetter playing on the left side. Back into the defense. Here's Schultz. Sangha for the Galaxy. Lobbing long this time for Zuback. Plenty of defense back. This is too long. It'll come back to the goalkeeper. Collected there. Defensively, Ariano. Baumstieg once again under some pressure here from Corey Herzog. Kyle Gregg tonight, we mentioned him at the top of the broadcast. He's available and in the 18, most likely coming on as a second half substitute for St. Louis FC. Bradford Jameson doing well here for the Galaxy, although on that pass could have done a bit better.
Not too much.
Yep. Keep it simple, right? Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Here comes St. Louis FC once again into the attack. Defensively there is Hilliard Arce, was turned around and the cross a little bit too much and out of play for a goal kick. Galaxy were a little out of sorts there, Brian, defensively.
Yeah. You know, having a guy run at you on the wing first moments of the game is always kind of nerve-wracking for the right back, but just get settled as a back line and sort that out as the game goes.
Baumstieg cleared up high into the air. Collected now by St. Louis FC. They'll push the ball into the middle of the park. Collected there by Dakers. Good job by Ari Lasser to get him back in front of that one. Ariano now. Sangha.
I really do like the time we're taking on top of the ball here in our back end. Nice and calm on the ball, picking our spots when to go forward.
Here's Schultz now keeping it alive. Sangha one more time. Under some pressure here from Herzog. Apia. And they'll reset it once again. Get a rhythm going, right?
Yep.
Dictate possession, dictate the tempo of the match. And if you're St. Louis, what you want to be is behind the ball, right? You're the visiting club. Make it hard on this home team.
Yeah, and that's kind of their style of play also, though. I've noticed them to be more of a defensive team. A lot of their results have come from that, and they kind of spring forward quickly and look to counterattack.
So that first ball most likely will be up to Herzog to split those center backs, or maybe getting one center back cheating up front and then getting into a one-on-one situation.
This is one thing I'm sure our back line's pretty aware of that they try to do. So
Apia getting away from one defender. He'll take in the midfield. He's got Bradford Jameson with him. Again, Apia. Nice job through the defender's legs on the left side. He'll get that cross away. Could have done better. Ball goes out of play for a goal kick here.
Did so well to get around his guy. All you want to see is a little clip back door there.
Or play that hard across the six, right?
Yeah.
Look at it one more time there.
Yeah, it does so well to beat the guy. I can't see back door now, but if there was a guy making that front row post run, you'd like to see that just on the ground. Make it simple.
Two things: either you have somebody's making the run to that back post, or to the front post, and you still should be on the ground hard across. And that unfortunately got too much air. Back to live action, Baumstieg. Over the top of Zuback, he wants the foul, he's not going to get it. And we continue. It is Academy night here for the Galaxy 2 match. So good crowd on hand at the near side. Player down outside the area. And a free kick. Good opportunity here for St. Louis FC. Just outside the box is where our referee will mark it. And the Galaxy fortunate that time because it could have, you know, depending on the judgment of our official, it could have been right at the spot. So a good restart opportunity here for St. Louis FC right off the gate. Only 8 minutes into the contest, inside the 8th minute, I should say. A two-man wall set up by Vom Stieg. Now you're going to have to mark up. Our referee gives the go-ahead. The shot to the near post. It's saved by Vom Stieg and pushed out of play for a corner kick. Nice job by the young keeper. So our first corner of the night. It's be a right-footed ball that should bend in towards goal. Good battle there towards the penalty spot right now. Played into the 6. Vom Stieg trying to box it away, and does to the far side of the goal. Cleared away towards midfield. Apia trying to run it down at the far side, but this will be a throw-in for St. Louis. Nice pleasant night here this evening. Some marine layers starting to move in now, so it should be easy for the players throughout the evening. Easy for me to say. We're not running around, right, Brian?
That's true.
Sam Fink will spray it near side. It's a good build-up for St. Louis. The ball into the area, a bit behind the play, and cleared away. Again, Fink. We'll have to go back defensively. They'll reset. All the way back to the goalkeeper. St. Louis seems to be pretty calm on the ball. If it's not there, they're happy to reset it, send it back to the keeper, start it out again. More and more we're seeing in the modern game, the goalkeeper's use of the ball on the ground is a part of that defensive buildup. Schultz back to his goalkeeper, Vom Stieg. He'll pick up.
Keeper sweeper, if you will.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, I'll be honest with you. Always a little nervous when that ball comes back to the keep. Never know where it might go. Good turnover here for St. Louis along that left side. Another ball top of the area. Herzog brings it down, and nice job defensively for the moment. Hilliard Arce back to the keeper there in Vom Stieg, and he had to go down low and push it out of play for another corner kick here for St. Louis FC. Going back to the free kick there.
Great save.
So a corner kick here for St. Louis. Big rainbow to the back post this time, and Vom Stieg had to make sure that one got away from his goal, and he bats it out of play for another corner, this time along the near side. St. Louis has a pretty good start to this match right now, inside the 11th minute.
One thing Mike Munoz harps upon these players is set pieces, though, so they should be nice and tight on their players here.
Got to mark up, right? It's one of the things that teams are starting to use, though, and I don't believe the Galaxy are right now. This Galaxy 2 side is the zonal marking.
I've never been a fan of zonal marking on set pieces, only because sometimes just split-second decision and there's a goal. So
I got it, you got it, nobody got it,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I'm just all about man-on-man accountability and clear the ball.
Foul here against Galaxy. Free kick coming up. Lewis Hilton is there. Player getting up slowly. Austin Ledbetter looking at it one more time. A little high there on the ball. Dangerous play. Alvarez. Referee was right on the play, made the call.
Those are always tough when a player goes to lean in and head and you have your foot a little high. It's a normal bring down on every other play, but just because his head's there, call a foul.
Safety first, safety first. This could be dangerous. Galaxy very fortunate there on that collision. Apia trying to find the handle. Finally, Sangha just clearing it out in the midfield. This will be collected defensively. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Finlayson. He'll play it out the near side.
Great pressure there from the Galaxy.
They'll get themselves a throw.
Yep.
Got to continue your runs, especially offensively, to force those turnovers. Don't make it so easy to come out of their defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defender running towards his own goal,
that's what you want.
That's exactly what you want. Yeah.
Here's Schultz, Lassiter. The guys that you want on the ball not getting the touches you want here. And I know we're about 12 minutes into the match. Hey, select the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit Select Sports America, selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. St. Louis FC on the attack again, bombing up that left wing. It'll be cleared away.
It's a good overlapping run for them.
Yep.
But defense of the Galaxy handled that well.
Another turnover here, though. Pushing up the left wing again. Nice cross that's blocked by Schultz. Kept alive for a moment. Here's Sangha. Got a midfielder all the way back into his own penalty area to defend. Schultz will play this one long, and I believe the flag is staying down. Zubak has a break on goal. He's looking to put the Galaxy on top 1-0, and he does. Ethan Zubak with the goal. 1-0 Galaxy in the 14th minute. Flag stayed down there on that ball out of midfield. So as we were talking about it, that, well, St. Louis would be that team that would be in transition.
Yep.
The Galaxy in transition burn St. Louis.
Yeah, this play starts where Schultz makes two great defensive plays, plays the ball in behind, and I think the keeper got stuck in no man's land, didn't know where to commit or challenge. And Zubak takes a nice, easy breath and finishes that one away.
And not many players are going to catch up to Ethan Zubak once he gets on the ball. So 1-0 in favor of Galaxy 2 here. Ethan Zubak finding the back of the net, and we were talking prior to the game. He's very happy when he's in that target forward position.
Definitely likes that better. It's his was it second goal for him?
I believe so.
Okay.
Here comes St. Louis, though. Plenty of time left in this match. Saw 7 goals last time out for Galaxy 2. Another long ball into the area. This will be out of play. So a goal kick here for Von Steeg. Quarter of hour in, and the Galaxy on top 1-0 when they were kind of absorbing a lot of the pressure there. It looked like St. Louis was starting to dictate the tempo of the match.
Yeah, hopefully this gets them some confidence going into the rest of this first half, and we're able to continue to dictate.
Von Steeg. Zubak. Go back the other way. Again, possession here for St. Louis for the moment. Another throw-in coming up for the Galaxy, though.
Just like last week, we found ourselves on top early. Hopefully, with that, we just continue to play our game. You know, it's too early in the game to sit back or anything, so I think that actually favors us. Maybe we'll get another one going into half.
To me, I think the goal is you know, you broke the pressure that St. Louis was giving you. It gives you a little bit of relief in terms of, that's right, let's find our game at this point, right? Zariano near side, Raqueo under some pressure. Able to clear into midfield. Alvarez trying to usher this forward. It'll be turned back into the Galaxy defense. Here comes St. Louis once again along that near side. Good ball along the end line. The quick cross into the area, cleared out by Ariano. Another corner kick here for St. Louis FC.
Lots of corner kicks so far early game.
Nice build-up, though. Led by Dikwa. Took it up the wing. Nice little touch ball ahead. And the cross there by Barden had to be cleared out. So another set play opportunity, and Brian alluded to it. Too many of those coming up right now for the visitors. Left-footed ball that's going to bend in towards goal. It'll go towards the backside. Nice job by Von Steeg pulling it down. Galaxy want to break out quickly, but Vom Steek says, let's slow this down and build.
Yeah, why I think that's so important not to give up those so early is sometimes it just gives the attacking team a lot of confidence to come forward after getting all those corner kicks. So,
and you've been absorbing a lot already in this match. Here's Schultz on the right side now for Galaxy 2. Back out it'll go. Lassiter all the way back to his keeper. Ariano under some pressure. St. Louis does a good job of pressuring the ball. They're doing a very good job at midfield. Rakeo, though, breaks that pressure, able to play to the right side. Lassiter is there. Sangha making the run up the wing as well to help open up some space. Apia this time. Again, Sangha. Alvarez, nice ball. Rakeo from distance, it'll come back through, score! It is 2-0 in favor of Galaxy 2. Nice build up there, very nice. And that's what we're talking about, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, talking about that confidence, I mean, the composure in that play alone from a number of the players holding on to the ball. And here it comes across the top of the 18. Nice and composed, plays the open man and finish again.
What is the great thing about this is Alvarez makes the original pass out to Rakeo, right? He continues his run into the area. The defender stops.
Yep. That makes it so hard on defenders.
Yeah.
You playing the ball and then continuing that run, you make it so difficult.
Very good start here for Galaxy 2 at home. Looking for that first win on the season. They got 3 points on the campaign. So it's a learning moment here for this young Galaxy squad, leading 2-0, now managing the game. And the fact that you still have 70 minutes and change to go.
Yeah. For St. Louis, they look kind of rattled.
Yep. Well, you're the visiting team. You come in, you've had the better part of the possession. You've actually kept your shape for the most part, but 2 breakdowns. 1 pass out of the back, and you're not going to catch Zubak. But the second one, I think, is the more damning one, right?
Yeah, you got to stay with the runner there.
Out to Schultz on the outlet. Nice job. Here's Zubak. He's got some space. He'll knock it back. Apia here, middle of the park for Galaxy 2. Rakeo's got the assist. Unfortunately, not long enough on that pass. And here comes the counter back the other way for St. Louis FC. Barden pushing up the wing, plays into the area, and it'll be cleared out. Bradford Jameson. Rakeo once again. He'll take up the space. Nice confidence there on the possession. Alvarez off the side of Rakeo, and he was blindsided by that ball. Referee stops the play just to make sure he's all right. Right in the side of the head. Took a pretty good shot there, and better safe than sorry. Waves on the trainer to make sure he's good to go. And you'll have to go through, I believe, the protocol now to make sure, since it was a blow to the head, and they'll try to confirm that he's okay. And that's what they're doing now.
Give him a little eye test, make sure they remember their last name, and he's back.
He'll go out for now. Rakeo has the assist on the second goal here. It was scored by Alvarez. Nice job by Alvarez, just depositing that ball. Nice calmly as it came into the area. No extra touches. Nice and clean. All the way back to the keeper again. They'll restart. Finlayson. Under some pressure. Nice job by the Galaxy checking forward. St. Louis, first time tonight, they're under some pressure in their own end, trying to build out of the back. They'll switch to the near side. Rakeo back on, and he'll clear it out. Throw it. Apia. Here's Sangha. Out to the right side. Lassiter has to wait on this ball, but Still on possession, taking towards goal, has that left foot, goes into Efren Alvarez, back in for Lassiter, who continued his run and cleared away. BJ, two things there. Either Lassiter takes the shot or Alvarez takes the shot. I thought too many over-touching here on the part of the Galaxy going forward.
Yeah, a lot of the times when you get in and around that 18, you want someone just to be selfish and take that chance at it. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
There you go. Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed in this last play, though, defensively for the Galaxy, they're doing a very good job of swarming whoever's collecting that ball, and it's been turning into very good chances for us up top.
Forcing the bad passes. Turnovers are coming at midfield, and so it tilts the field right the other way. After that first 10 minutes where the Galaxy were kind of absorbing, they got the goal. St. Louis pushed again. They got the second goal. Now St. Louis has said, "Okay, let's get our shape back a bit." Goal kick here for Vom Steeg. Hey, want to get exclusive video content and photography from across USL? Well, make sure to follow the league's official Instagram account at USL Soccer. Another throw in here. Two 2-0 in favor of Galaxy 2. 24th minute now with Brian Jordan, Joe Tutino. Glad to have you aboard for this one. Another throw, Schultz will take it. Apia. Here's Lassiter. Sangha. Under some pressure, bracketed by two defenders, does well. Shakes both of them, and again on the right side. Build up again with Lassiter. Switching to the left, Raquel. Here's Bradford Jameson. Apia. And this is something I think Mike Munoz likes seeing. Keeping possession, not forcing the situation, finding the open man. That pass not good enough. The Galaxy do have numbers back.
Tackle.
That's a great tackle, but a bit dangerous. Got fortunate there.
Strong, but great.
Here comes St. Louis with a long ball into the area. Easy for Vom Steeg, playing at the top of his 18. He'll get RSA. Look at it one more time.
It goes down early, gets all ball. Second foot kind of makes some contact, but not a foul at all.
Just a hard tackle, right?
Yeah, you want to see that out of your players. Kind of impress, make them nervous to touch the ball, you know?
Here comes St. Louis towards the midfield stripe. No numbers forward, so they'll reset from the back.
Galaxy doing a good job getting behind the ball, defending with the whole team.
Zuback putting some pressure on, getting back to help out, and cleared away. Again, stacks of 4 for the Galaxy defensively. And as you mentioned, Brian, behind the ball, so even though St. Louis is pushing, you got numbers back. It's not as dangerous as you might think.
Yeah, it looks like, even if it looked like we were in a 4-3-3, it kind of looks like we're defending as a 4-4-2 right now.
Stacks of 4 behind the ball. Now maybe with the 2-0 lead, Mike Munoz has changed things just a bit. Another long ball into the area. This is easy for Vom Steeg. He'll pick up.
You know, with the similar position of last week, we're up top. We're in the lead again here, and even if it's just a week, we've had that experience now, and we know how it felt last time. So I think we'll be very.
Yeah, it's fresh in their mind, right? Here's Kavita playing into center defensively. Sam Fink pushing forward. It'll come out the left side now towards midfield. And again, out of play. Nate Schultz will have this throw in. 2-0 in favor of Galaxy 2. 27th minute now. Lassiter. Rakeo towards the near side. Lots of space here. Here's Bradford Jameson. It's going to be interesting to see how many minutes Bradford Jameson gets here this evening, as he's been battling some injuries to get himself back and fit.
Yeah, they might be just nursing him, getting him some time here. Maybe just to see a half out of him.
Absolutely. See how he responds from taking some knocks like that one. Better safe than sorry right now. You want to make sure that he's good to go. Well,
yeah.
But ultimately you have to play him, right? You can't put him in the China cabinet and say, oh, he looks great.
Yeah, you have to take steps when you're nursing a guy back like that.
Good pressure here by Galaxy 2, forcing St. Louis to play it across the defensive line and start this time from the left side instead. And when you're checking high like that, when you're pressing with your forwards high like that, that allows you to keep your shape defensively. It's a good ball through on the left side. Offside, though. The flag is up. And possession back to LA Galaxy 2. The back line did well.
Shape has been cutting their offense off before it even starts.
I think that's been something this Galaxy coaching staff has been working on with this young group, is getting them to play as a unit. And it's been coming along. We've seen some marked progress over the last 3 outings, I think. The results haven't been the way the Galaxy would have liked, but we've seen some progress from this group. Good ball here for Zubak. Was he brought down? It looked like he might have been tripped. And our referee says no. Goal kick.
Now, as a forward, you'd like to see, yeah, ball's played in behind, defenders behind, tangles his legs. Yeah. As a forward, you'd definitely like to see that called, but being on the other side, I mean, you never do it on purpose. You know, a guy runs across your feet, but that's why you do it. As a forward, you want to get that diagonal run in front of them, and hopefully they do clip you just as they did.
But he's advanced. I mean, it would be one thing if he did run across his stride. Mm-hmm. The defender ran into his stride,
true,
right?
True. Trying to get a better position, he didn't, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, not sure if that was in the box, but I thought it was a foul. This will come back into the St. Louis defense. It'll be collected by Sam Fink all the way back to his goalkeeper. He'll push it out the near side this time. Here's Kavita. Again, Finlayson the keeper. He'll knock into midfield. Nice job by Rakeo. Apia. Bradford Jameson. Again, Rakeo defensively. It'll come back to Ariano, and all the way back to his goalkeeper, Vom Stiegel, sends it long. Apia. Now Bradford Jameson. Sangha. Onto the near side it comes. Rakeo. This is a chance for St. Louis, but they were stuck in their own end. They can't break out. The Galaxy already have 3 defenders back. This is very good by the home side right now. Another long ball. Baumsteig will come out. He'll collect it. It might have left his area, so he had to play it with his feet. But having said that, Brian, St. Louis right now is stuck having to play long balls out of midfield with one guy going forward. As you saw just moments ago, 2 and 3 defenders are back for the Galaxy. And while Baumsteig came out of his penalty area to get to that one, it wasn't all that dangerous.
Yeah. You notice their center backs have been doing quite a bit of a distribution, but there hasn't been many options. The communication between their back line and the midfield just before them, they're not getting open.
Be a foul and a free kick for the Galaxy as Lassiter is brought down. And going back to what you just said, if the center backs are doing the passing, you're pretty happy about that. Yellow card here. So free kick here for the Galaxy. Hey, Galaxy fans, don't miss the next home game against Western Conference rival San Jose Earthquakes on Friday, May 25th. It's an 8 o'clock start at StubHub Center. The first 12,500 fans in attendance will receive a one-of-a-kind support local soccer scarf presented by Denny's. Get your tickets for this must-win and must-see match today at lagalaxy.com/tickets. It's always a must-win when the Galaxy and San Jose match up.
Yes, we know that very well.
One of the greatest rivalries in Major League Soccer. Now, there's a new one just down the street with LAFC, which right now the Galaxy have the advantage in that first meeting.
What a
great game that was.
Great game that was.
And I think most people would say it was 2 great halves. If you're the visiting fan, first half was great for them. If you're the home fan, the second half and the final result.
The tale of 2 halves.
Yep. Here's St. Louis FC on possession. Bradford Jameson with the slide tackle there, and he'll win it back and come out with the ball. Sangha trying to get on possession again, and St. Louis FC can't find the handle. Lassiter now. 3 defenders around him, and he's closed down hard. The foul will be against the Galaxy, though. And a free kick for St. Louis.
Galaxy's definitely been very... Here we go. Yeah, just loses possession. Too many touches on the ball. It was difficult for him, granted, but you'd like to see just keeping that ball, passing it back, if you will.
Yep. It's a good build-up for St. Louis. The cross into the area. The opportunity over the bar and out of play. Goal kick. Good cross.
Very good ball.
Jonathan Barton, the captain of this club, pushing up. Herzog got on the end of that one, but he was on his way down, unfortunately for him.
Gets wide, whips it in, too far out for the keeper to come, so he gets stuck out, and kind of dangerous one for our keeper there, but luckily it was just too high for him to get over it.
Yeah, see, for me, if it's at the top of the 6, I still believe that's the goalkeeper's ball. Yeah. I think you have to come in there. You have to be courageous. That belongs to you. That part of the pitch belongs to you, in my opinion. And if it comes on a line, and that's rare that it does come on a line, then okay, I can see why you might be stuck on your goal line. Nice job by Bradford Jameson here. He'll play in for Lassiter. Lassiter with a shot at goal, and just wide of the near post. Goal kick. Good opportunity there. Good build-up. See if we get Lund to look at this one.
Nice quick touch. Quick release. Played into him. Nice dummy. Nice touch. Left foot just doesn't quite curl it around.
I do like the communication there. You saw Zubak let that ball go through, you know, to Lassiter getting on the end of it. Good unselfish play right now for the Galaxy going forward.
Zubak's done very well.
Ricao. Here's Bradford Jameson. Ariano. Patience. Squares it over. Sangha. Now they're going to run out of some time here. Ariano once again. He'll go near side Ricao. Apia under some pressure. Able to break that for the moment. Bradford Jameson watched by 2 defenders. Nutmegs the midfielder there, and Lewis Hilton. And the Galaxy able to keep possession now.
Why you see that slow buildup at times is if St. Louis's shape is doing very well and there's no space, they're trying to draw them out of that position and find someone underneath that can actually turn.
I think the only time it becomes a problem is when you flatten out. And when you flatten out, then they could cut off the field, right?
Yeah.
And there were a couple of times there where St. Louis came close to cutting off the field, quartering them off along the touchline.
Yeah. I've noticed it seems like St. Louis's midfield is just sitting too far off of our midfielders. We're having too much time on the ball. We're able to turn and just pick a pass.
And they're facing their own goal right now.
Yeah, very much so under pressure.
Schultz all the way back. Inside 37 minutes, Galaxy 2 leading by a 2-0 score. Sangha. He'll play over to Schultz and back defensively. Hilliard Arce. Ariano. And the center backs for the Galaxy having too much time and space on the ball also. You'd like to see them, if you're a fan of St. Louis FC, you'd like to see that target forward there and Herzog putting pressure on whoever's on the ball there, forcing maybe a bad pass and allowing for the midfielders to take advantage of that. It's to me, you know, trying to be as objective as possible.
Yeah.
As you mentioned moments ago, Galaxy having just too much time on the ball midfield. Another long ball ahead intended for Herzog. Nice job defensively by Ariano. Baumsteig will pick up. Again, look at all that space right now the Galaxy have. Sangha. Could be a little fatigue as well now.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
The game on the weekend, and this is I think the end of their West Coast little travel. Like some tired legs.
Here's Lassiter now. Sangha. Apia.
When you're on the road, you do tend to sit in a little bit more, but still, they're not. You sit in to the point to where once a player is receiving the ball, you want to pressure that and get a quick turnover. But I just don't see that from St. Louis.
Yeah, you might sit in because you want the other team to have to, you know, create the tempo of the game. They're the home team. It doesn't mean that the work is not hard. It's harder at times, right? Because you're absorbing a lot.
Yeah.
And in this case, now you're down by 2. So you're going to have to open yourself up a little bit more, especially in the second half if they can't pull one back here before the break. Throw-in coming up. Turnover once again. This ball kept alive by the Galaxy for a moment. Nice job defensively that time by Kavita. Was able to play it back. What I'll say is this, though, the Galaxy, while they have a chance here, here's St. Louis trying to pull one back, and they do with a big shot from 18 yards out, and it is now 2-1 in favor of LA Galaxy 2. That is a big goal for St. Louis FC. Albert Dikwa finding the back of the net there and pulling themselves right into this one.
And a big decision from the referee to let it play. There's a bit of a, 2 players got tangled up.
Actually, Daker's on the goal.
St. Louis FC goal scored in the 40th minute of play by number 10, Albert Dikwa.
Yeah. Bit of shoving match. There's a bump. Got caught out of position there between the center back and the left back. But hey, guy does a lovely finish, puts it in the top corner.
So Dikwa, in fact, does get the goal here for St. Louis. And it's now 2-1 in favor of LA Galaxy 2. And so now you're looking at it and say, okay, are we looking at last week all over again? We had that great start last week. We were up 3-1 at one point, if you're talking in the Galaxy's bench at this point. Now, are we starting to see the same thing? We're going to find out. Plenty of time left in this one.
Yeah.
Another goal kick coming up.
Yeah, the psyche of the Galaxy players here, some of them that were on the field last week, they'll be reminiscent of that. Definitely don't want that to happen again.
Here's Ariano. And just before that happened, I was about to say St. Louis has become one-dimensional, and they have. But that one dimension was that ball over the top. That was their best chance, and they made good on it.
Yeah, a little broken play ends up resulting in a goal for them.
Nice job by breaking that pressure, and again taking into midfield here. Things stretching out a bit. Good job defensively by Schultz, sending that ball over the far side touch, and they'll regroup defensively now.
Looks like we've been a little bit overzealous to tackle on a few plays in the midfield, and then giving them more time on the ball as they run past those tackles.
Now the Galaxy getting behind the ball again, finding their shape once again.
You really would like to see your guys keep their feet and put pressure on them, kind of dictate where the attack's going to go so your defenders can read the play.
Good job in that part by Ariano. It'll be cleared in the midfield. Again, St. Louis, though, on possession. This looks a lot like the first 10 minutes of the match, where St. Louis had better possession and kept the Galaxy on their heels until the Galaxy broke that possession, and then dictated for the better part of the next 30, 35 minutes. This one on the left. Here's Dakers. He'll be able to play it back. Collected at midfield this time. Hilton. Defensively, one more. Sam Fink. Here's Kavita.
Good pressure.
Galaxy are fortunate. They'll get the throw-in out there as Dequa did not hit that ball well. Hey, get a player's perspective of all the action around the USL every Wednesday as the Tampa Bay Rowdies' Jack Blake hosts the Blake Down on the USL YouTube channel. It's every Wednesday. A little highlight package for you. I've seen that before. It's pretty good content. You want to take a look at that. Hilton. Nice job by Apia getting in front. Hilton again on possession. Fink onto the near side. Kavita. Barden. Early ball into the area. Vom Steeg doing well. Gets off his line that time.
They've had some success down this right wing with those overlaps from Jonathan Barden for St. Louis.
Alvarez now for Galaxy 2, trying to find Bradford Jameson, a bit long. This will come back to the keeper once again. Finlayson. Approaching halftime now in the 44th minute. Galaxy 2 leading 2-1 in front of the break. St. Louis getting a big goal moments ago. Get themselves right back in this one. Kavita. Good ball here for Dequa. Barden, I think, took the wrong angle on that run, I believe. To be offside against the Galaxy as the flag goes up. And possession back to St. Louis FC. If Barden makes the run down the wing, that ball's right into his stride, and he's able to turn the corner. He made the early knifing run, and I think that played into the teeth of the Galaxy defense anyway.
There must have been a communication breakdown in that last play. There's two guys ended up free in behind.
Ball played on the left side now. This might be a bit long. Kept in play, done well defensively. Nice ball into the area here. This is dangerous. Here's the spot. And nobody there in green as the Galaxy are able to clear it back out. Bradford Jameson into midfield. Zubak. 1 minute of added time before we get to the break. Zubak will play on the left side. Alvarez. He has a goal for the Galaxy already tonight. Plays it back in for Zubak, continuing his run into the box. It'll be cleared towards midfield. Lassiter will knock it down. Sangha. Here's Bradford Jameson. And Ariano. Here's Ricao. Good ball on the wing. Jameson to run this one down and cleared away. That's something I'm looking to see. We're seeing, in my opinion, a little tentative play from Bradford Jameson. Not necessarily the guy that would really challenge for that ball on the wing.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little time. Alvarez.
I mean, you don't want to come back too soon and start getting stuck in and
right.
Have to go right back into being injured.
Our referee pointing to midfield, and that is the end of 45 minutes of play here from the Track and Field Stadium at StubHub Center, where Galaxy 2 will take a 2-1 lead into the locker room. So a nice start here for the home side. St. Louis did have to answer right in front of the break, but all in all, a good 35 minutes from the home team.
Yeah, we looked very well in the middle of that first half. I think that goal that St. Louis actually scored came from a broken play. It was not not too many negative aspects I can really say about the first half.
Galaxy leading by a score of 2-1 at the break. Halftime is coming up. Stay with us.
He cuts to the right, goes up against the end line, tries to get a cross away. He does, into the area. Bicycle, in on goal, score! Mauricio's in finals, and we're tied at 2! Champion. Sensational.
We welcome you back to the track and field stadium at StubHub Center with the Galaxy 2 leading St. Louis FC by a count of 2-1. So, Brian, not a bad first half, actually, by both sides. I think if you're St. Louis, you're pretty happy with pulling one back.
Yeah, very. That half was very positive for both teams in the regards of they're converting on their chances they both had. I didn't see Galaxy get too many more than the ones they finished, but the ones that they did were putting those away.
Well, there was that Ari Lassiter shot that whistled just
wide,
right?
Yep.
The other build-up that happened, there was only two other build-ups, right? The Lassiter shot and one build-up that did not lead to a shot. But the other two chances, they were clean.
Yeah.
And nice goals. Or just let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. St. Louis, as we mentioned, had the better of the play off the kickoff, and in fact, the first couple of chances to start this match. Taking a look at it here
The free
in
kick.
our highlight package, that free kick was saved, right? And then another opportunity.
Fell asleep at the back there a little bit. Not the greatest clearance, and keeper had to clean it up.
That led to a corner kick, and off the early minutes, St. Louis had a bunch of corner kicks stacking up, and this, I believe, is a clearance off the corner that led to the first goal.
Yeah, as we said in the first half, keeper just gets stuck in between. Zubek takes his time with it and just slots it to the back of the net.
And this was a very nice goal.
Yes.
Look at the passing around the top of the area here, the continuation on the run.
You'd like to see this play out of the Galaxy. Just the confidence. Two C words that I really picked up on is composure and confidence on this goal, really. In the middle to turn, play the ball, and then just to slip that through. And a nice, easy goal, to be honest, team goal.
St. Louis was looking for a goal, and this is how they got it. Great shot from 18 yards out. No chance,
no chance
for Von Steeg. And really, you think about it, that ball comes in the midfield, a little collision that lets that ball come through, and the finisher there by Albert Decoy. It is 2-1 in favor of Galaxy 2 at the half. More of halftime is coming up. Stay with us.
Welcome to episode 7 of The Breakdown. I've got my good friend and roommate Cody Mizell with me. Welcome to the show, mate.
Jack, always a pleasure. Best haircut in USL.
We're going to be analysing the saves of the week this week, something slightly different. Cody will obviously give his critique on the goalkeeper, and I'll be able to give an analysis of the attacking play, so it should be a good one.
To the right side, blocked out of harm's way, allows Restrepo to get back in. Casares a chance.
So it's a good couple actions here from Diego Restrepo. First, he's coming for a cross, looking like his 20-year-old self. Second one makes himself big and gets himself in a good position, and honestly makes a good save, push over the bar. Yeah, from an attacking perspective, Fresno here, when Bustamante picks up the ball and Restrepo is literally 2 or 3 yards in front of him, he makes the great decision to pass it. It gives his team the opportunity in the defense of San Antonio to get back and get into a good position. So Restrepo makes a great decision. It's very forward thinking, it's on his front foot, and it's a fantastic play.
This one delivered in dangerously to the penalty area. Great save by Maxi Crepeau.
So this clip has a couple good things in it. First of all, a good decision from Crepeau to stand his line, and obviously when the header's in 6 yards out, makes a good decision, good feet, stands strong and makes a strong save to the right, keep his team in the game midway through the first half.
Yeah, and Kevin Pollitz takes advantage of losing his man. It's a great set piece, great ball in. One thing that maybe if he had the header again, he might choose to head it back across goal into the corner. You know, it makes it more difficult for the keeper to do that. But again, it's a fantastic effort on goal. Like Cody said, it's great reflexes from Crepeau, and it's a fantastic play.
Gets away from his defender, now sends it in towards goal. Headed save, Marcinkowski.
Marcinkowski, I think, gets my vote for save of the week this week. Puts himself in a great spot to make the save. Well defended by his defender as well to have us back after a brilliant save.
Jacob probably has in his head to head it down. You know, when you head it down, it makes it more difficult for keepers when it's at their feet. And that's exactly what he does there. So in my opinion, he doesn't do anything wrong. He does the right thing and heads it down. And Marcinkowski, it's a fantastic save. You know, reflexes are fantastic on that play. I hope you all enjoyed episode 7 of The Breakdown, something slightly different this week. Thanks again, Cody, for coming on the show.
Chaco, pleasure working with you, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Halftime continues here at the Track and Field Stadium StubHub Center. Galaxy 2 leading by a count of 2-1 over St. Louis FC. Fans enjoying themselves. It is Academy night here for Galaxy 2 this evening, having some refreshments, getting ready for the second half. And Brian, there was good possession for Galaxy 2, but how do you integrate a little more Bradford Jameson, more touches for some veteran players, also like Ari Lassiter? Lassiter had a couple, but getting him more in the attack where he can be more dangerous.
I would definitely say that the two guys in the middle, Apia and Sangha, have done a wonderful job actually both pressuring and forcing turnovers and picking their spots to go forward and distribute. And I think it's going to come out of them to involve the wide guys. We have seen them get into the attack, Ari and BJ, but you'd like to see them get on the ball even more, and I think that'll be up to our center mids.
In terms of St. Louis now, they scored on the counterattack. We expected them to be that side. That worked for them. Do you continue down that road? At this point, I don't want to say you held serve, but you've played to 1, right? You're down by 1 at the break, so you got to be okay with that situation, right?
I think they're very comfortable where they are. Being a defensive team like they are, I think just getting that goal back, they feel like they can go sit in again for the second half and choose their point to kind of spring on the offense and maybe even get back in this game.
Now going back to last week, Galaxy 2 had a nice start. In fact, they were up 3-1, scoring 3 goals, and then unfortunately it unraveled for them. This looked a little bit like last week. You dictated play for the majority of the half. Looked to close out the first half. You gave up the late goal, allowed your opponent to get in. If you're Mike Munoz right now, what are you telling your club to get ready for that second 45, to not have what happened last week happen again this time around?
I think it's so important for the first 15 minutes of the second half. You have to be turned on. When you go into the halftime, when you go into your locker, sometimes the players, take that break and they don't come back onto the pitch fully turned on. And so if they come back onto this field and have a first 15 minutes in their favor, I think it's actually going to be a different result tonight.
Good 45 minutes so far for Galaxy 2. They lead 2-1 at the break. Second half is straight ahead. Stay with us.
My world might be on fire, but I run faster on fire, 'cause it's the beat that drives me on.
Getting ready for the second half to get underway here at the Track and Field Stadium at StubHub Center with Brian Jordan, Joe Tutino. 2-1 in favor of Galaxy 2. Spoke a bit about Ari Lassiter in the last segment. Bradford Jameson the fourth. We saw him the first time this season at home. He got 45 minutes in. Seemed to be okay, although I think at times a bit tentative. Content with his play?
I am, and I think Mike Munoz will be all around, just because when he did get the ball, you could see his flair on the ball. He did very well for the Galaxy, keeping it and getting it distributed. He was dangerous. You'd like to see him maybe pick up his head and go at the players a little bit more, but due to the little bit of touches that he did have, I think he did very well.
Well, we'll see if he comes on for the second half. We don't expect him to do a full match here tonight. I imagine they're going to be slow in bringing him back out. Hilliard Arce looks like he might be done as he goes to the bench to start the second half, at least as the players come out. He's looking at some equipment, so maybe he's dealing with some equipment right now as we look down to the bench. But we'll see what type of moves Mike Munoz may make to start this second 45 for the LA Galaxy. 2. Efren Alvarez with a goal in this match. Ethan Zubak with the other goal. In fact, the first goal of the match for the Galaxy. Bradford Jameson coming on, he's going right to the bench, so he's not coming out for the second half. And Brian, you alluded to the fact that he most likely was not going to play more than 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're very happy with him, though. We put ourselves in a good position to take this win at half. I mean, we have a whole nother half to play, but he did well.
So Emra Clementa is going to get the second half here on the, I believe, the right side defensively for the LA Galaxy 2. And also entering the match for Galaxy 2 will be Miguel Aguilar, who will replace Bradford Jameson at midfield on that left side at the very least. So for the Major League Soccer club, most likely, Hilliard Arce is going to find his way on the road and maybe in the 18 when Major League Soccer's LA Galaxy plays at Dallas on Saturday afternoon.
Be a hot one.
Yes, it's going to be warm, although not as warm as it normally is when we get into Dallas in June, July, August, right? And September for that matter. But in the middle of the day, Frisco, Texas, it could be rather toasty. Our second half underway here. And it's St. Louis FC with the ball off the kickoff. It'll come out to the right side. They'll push into midfield. Good ball here towards the side of the penalty area. Played towards the spot. It'll come out to the top of the box. Aguilar will try to clear. He'll get the throw-in out of it. So a throw-in here for Galaxy 2.
So this is exactly what I wouldn't want to see right out of the opening here. They get a chance where they get in behind our defenders and get across very early.
I'm sure the talking at halftime by Anthony Poulos was, hey, let's try to get that early goal right off the kick, put them under pressure. Throwing on the near side here for St. Louis defensively. Reynolds. It'll come back to the goalkeeper, actually along the near side. Sam Fink. Hopefully you're not hearing exactly what we're hearing in our headsets. But we'll continue. So come back defensively. Clementa, he's coming in as a center back, Clementa.
You notice the pressure from St. Louis right here in this opening has been way more than the first half. So they've definitely got a talking to.
Alvarez going to pick that back post, and it's 3-1 in favor of Galaxy 2. Now that was clinical.
Wow.
At that young of an age, for the game to slow down for him, the way he sees it, that is very impressive.
As we see this replay, watch the individual skill. Just a little bit of a 1-2 touch to set it back up on his left foot. Here we go, comes in. Oh, yeah. The composure for the young kid here. Oh my gosh. And the finish is the toughest thing. He just puts it in a great place, makes it very difficult for the keeper here. Even if it hits the defender, which is right in between them, maybe it gets a touch off them and deflects in anyways. Great finish.
His second goal of the match. And talk about taking the pressure off, or at least deflating St. Louis's potential build-up to get back into this one. Suddenly it's a 2-goal cushion once again. All right, so both coaches were talking about not conceding in the early minutes. And in fact, if you're St. Louis, put the pressure on, get the equalizer. And that has changed things for them.
Those first 15 minutes that we're talking about, they are so important. When I was playing, we'd get drilled into that by Bruce Arena, and it proves to be so important every game, the first 15 minutes of both halves.
Now it could really change things. You have a game plan coming in, you give up an early goal, that just goes out the window. You're chasing the game. You know, in this case, St. Louis FC, they're saying, okay, we get that early goal. At the very least, you don't concede. You're not going to concede in the first 15 minutes, right? But we're going to work to get that early goal, try to equalize things, and then we'll be off and running. Well, that game plan just went out the window also.
With that early goal, I wouldn't be surprised to see St. Louis put themselves a little bit out there going forward, and maybe for the Galaxy 2 to get another goal here.
Here's Reynolds, able to dodge Alvarez. Onto the near side it comes. Culbertson, and out of play. Throw in here for Galaxy 2. So Mike Munoz got to be very happy about things right now.
Two unsung heroes that I'd like to point out here is Emmanuel Apia and Andre Sangha. They've done very, very well, both defensively, like I said, kind of crunching the plays in between the defensive line and the midfield, and then once they get it, really taking their time and getting the ball to where it needs to be to go forward and being dangerous.
And for that matter, they forced St. Louis onto the wings, right?
Yeah. Yeah, keeping it out of the center, making it very easy for our back line to see what's coming. Look how tight they are to their guys.
They're learning. There's some progress being made there. Nice ball here. Zubak playing onto the left. You'll find Lassiter. A couple of step overs. Lassiter still on possession.
Not too many touches.
Yep. What you'd like to see there is either go to goal or get the ball away. For that matter, though, his teammates could have shown for the ball too.
True, there's a fine line there. You want your young kids to have the confidence to run at the guy, but at some point, if you take too many touches, it kind of slows down the play, and people aren't so easy to read you.
Right. Here's Clementa. Pretty good player with Sacramento Republic. This is his first year with Galaxy 2. Throw it. Culbertson. He'll come up the near side again. Dakers, and out of play. Now, Dakers was the player that got the head on the ball that led to the goal that Deke scored. He took a knock. Referee allowed the play to continue. Normally, you'd see players collide and there'd be a foul called there. That wasn't the case. He allowed it to continue, and I think he was correct. It led to a blistering shot.
Yeah, Dakers has done very well, even on here. He's put himself in some positions to get some free kicks, the flick on for the header even, and he's been dangerous.
Ball at the top of the area off the restart, cleared away.
This could be an opportunity here.
Here comes that break. Zanga streaking down the middle. Alvarez.
Too far of a touch.
He had Alvarez maybe to lead him in on goal. That ball needed to get away sooner. A little over touching there as well. If he continues to take it, Alvarez runs himself into an offside situation. So that ball needs to get away sooner. Schultz. Here's Aguilar.
Yeah, sometimes on those quick plays, you have the excitement of the opportunity going forward, but sometimes it's best to just kind of slow the play down, maybe include more of your team into that attack.
Now this looks like it's going to be a pretty chippy second half. We're seeing some players push and shove and some two-footed attempts at tackles. Offside here against Galaxy 2, and possession back to St. Louis FC. Here's Reynolds. Get away from one defender, and Alvarez able to usher this forward for the moment. Schultz doing well to close it down. It'll come out to Lassiter. Now Schultz again. Ari shakes his defender as he tight ropes up the right side, and he'll get the foul here. No, he will not. And no help from the near side referee's assistant, and we'll go back the other way. It's a little too cheeky right now for Ari, I think. Simple, make it simple. Apia, again, too many touches that time.
Yeah. Simplify should be our key word here.
Absolutely. Right now with the 2-goal cushion, knock the ball around, make them chase.
The awareness to understand the position that you are in, I think they're still figuring it out. You know, you got to dictate this game as it comes to you and be able to solve problems.
Cudletter, his attempted cross now by Reynolds. Nice job getting in front. It'll be cleared away. Zubak checking all the way back into his own defense. Here's Alvarez now. Nice calmness on the ball there. Finds the outlet, and they'll push it up the left side. Aguilar plays it back across, trying to find Zubak. It'll be cleared out, but that was the right idea.
Again, with the early spring forward there, we get a guy in a dangerous position, but we got to get guys into the box.
Good ball to the left side, maybe a bit long, in fact too long and out of play. The idea was right, trying to find space there, but sent it way too wide. Here's Schultz under some pressure. Clementa, he'll knock it forward. Out of play for a throw in. Hey, the USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow at USL on Twitter. (3-1) in favor of Galaxy 2 with Brian Jordan, Joe Tutino. As we enter the 56th minute now. Everybody behind the ball, one target forward, that's Ethan Zubak. Reynolds.
You can see St. Louis trying to keep the composure, trying to just work it around the back, but I don't see anyone kind of coming to it, trying to get it underneath from their forwards.
Yeah, the question now for them, Brian, is how do you unlock a team that's really playing 9 guys behind the ball?
True, yeah. Well, I think you just got to move the ball quicker. I think they do have some possession in their back line, but it's got to maybe even bypass a guy, get it wide quicker, so maybe you can find more space.
And the Galaxy are pretty happy. Okay, you're going to play the ball in your back line. We'll be happy about that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier that the Galaxy have really controlled the middle of the park with Sangha as well as Apia, who've done a nice job. They haven't been able to get into the middle of the park now. Now you dropped another player inside that, in that area. You just have no room. Here's Hilton. Forced wide again. In back. This is much better from this Galaxy team than one we've seen early in the season.
We really haven't allowed them much time to pick up their head.
Again, Hilton. Again, push wide at midfield and right into the teeth of the Galaxy defense. Schultz.
Nice decision. Under some pressures, get it up the field.
Culbertson is dispossessed and the Galaxy get it again. Lassiter Trying to find some space for himself here. Another defender comes in, cleared out by Reynolds, and a throw-in. And they'll take that all night long now. This is where Mike Munoz is going to find out whether his club is learning, right?
Yeah, this is one of the things we spoke about. This is what you'd like to see. Even after the hard result last week, we came here at home and really almost taken a note from last week and improving to see it here.
Well, they duplicated the 3-1 advantage. Very similar now.
Yeah,
now take the next step.
Yeah, one thing Mike Munoz definitely mentioned was just putting together the complete package. They've had some games that they've been going forward well, or even at times defending well, and so here tonight I really have been happy to see their play.
Ball near side now. Here's Zubak. Trying to turn the corner. Good defensive play. Culbertson. Here's the build-up. Hilton. He'll play it long, maybe too long. And it is. On to the goalkeeper, Von Stieg.
St. Louis does seem to find success when they can find their forward underneath and actually bring their team into the offense.
That was their best opportunity, that sequence there moments ago, right? If that ball is on target, then they may have half a chance. But unfortunately, it's too long, and back to the goalkeeper, Von Stieg. It looks like St. Louis is about to make wholesale changes here. It looks like 3 new faces are about to come onto the pitch.
Yeah, with the amount they've had to chase tonight. Second half now, what are we, 60 minutes in. The ball is just not what it needs to be, springing the guy forward. Probably due to the tired legs, and then here we can see some subs. Notable player coming in is Kyle Gregg, number 22 for them. I think he's their leading scorer, so he might be dangerous in the attack.
Yes, he's got 3 goals on the year, and player we were going to feature in the open of the match, right? And just didn't work out that way. And as we've talked about, it's been a long road trip for St. Louis, and so you try to preserve a little energy here as we take a look at the injury to Barden. Take a look at this last goal. What a finish here by Alvarez. And this is something that the Galaxy brass have been really looking forward to seeing. You're mining for young talent, and the Galaxy have brought this young man along at 15 years old.
Yeah, at 15, I definitely wasn't making that play. I'll tell you that. I've been very impressed to see him play, and I'm sure the more goals he bags for himself, it gives him a whole bunch of confidence, and you'd like to see someone like that eventually get to that team, playing for Galaxy's MLS team.
Keep building, keep getting better. Stay humble, right? That's what they tell you, stay humble. And that's a lot to do when you're that age.
I think that might even be a big factor. You see some kids, once they make it to that top level, sometimes the rest of their team kind of humbles them very quickly. But you want a kid to come up with a whole bunch of confidence, but have that balance of knowing when there's too much.
Entering the match now for St. Louis, the 3 subs they have available to them from the bench outside of the goalkeeper, Joey Calistri, Kyle Gregg, Edward Opoku. But here come the Galaxy as Aguilar wanted the foul, and the referee didn't see it that way, and we go back the other way.
Went down too easy.
Barden's back out. He wins that back. Now, Calistri was the player that scored against the Galaxy in their first meeting on April the 14th, where St. Louis got the 1-0 victory. The cross is blocked and out of play from Calistri by Schultz, and a throw-in. Here's Barden. Culbertson. Not much space to work with. They're stuck against the touchline and all the way back to midfield, and they'll reset once again. Here's Reynolds. So Dick was done. who scored the goal for St. Louis. But he was rather quiet outside of that. He had one ball that was sent into him at the start of the second half that ended.
I don't mind that foul there. Slow down the play.
Yep.
The communication between our two center midfielders has been so good tonight. One will go out to pressure, and the other one just gets in behind for him.
It's a good build-up for St. Louis. Now the cross into the area. It's knocked to the 6-yard box, still available, now cleared away. St. Louis on possession. Barden. A lot of time left in this match. And we've seen how things can turn around.
Number 5 for St. Louis, Kyle Kubertson, has been getting forward a whole bunch in the last few minutes. And actually been giving some good service for them.
Free kick here for the Galaxy.
A yellow card caution has been issued by the referee to St. Louis FC's number 7, Joey Calistri. In the
So yellow card to Calistri here. Didn't take long since he came onto the match. But I would imagine, hey, come in, bring some energy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of his job, just to bring the energy.
I'm not sure that's a yellow.
Yeah. I think he
tackle,
was just,
yes, but I don't know if that was reckless. I don't know. It was a foul.
He was decently late, and so I think that's what issued the yellow.
Zubac, it'll come back. Sangha knocking this one forward. That's a good play on the part of Sangha. This ball back in for Lassiter. He'll find the handle, but unfortunately he handled the ball, and it's a free kick back the other way.
Yeah, if we could get that on the ground to him, it'd be so dangerous. We had two guys coming forward there.
Just played a little more into space and let him run in on goal, right?
Yes, yeah. Put it out in front of him, let it settle itself on the grass.
St. Louis trying to build out of the back. Two center backs on possession. It'll come near side for Culbertson. Schultz will play ahead, knocked back into the Galaxy defense. Baumsteig calling for this one, and he'll play it long. Good work there by Clementa. Sangha should be fouled, and he was. A free kick.
Nice and composed once again.
Fell on the ball. That could hurt at times.
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Apia. You'll find Lassiter now. Zubac. I think Ari was hoping that Zubac would take that into the corner and then whip it back in. Galaxy still on possession, though. This is not a bad thing. Now it'll be broken. Barden. And again, they'll have to work out of the back, St. Louis. So LA's doing well. Hilton. Onto the right side this time. The long ball. This will come through, and this could be dangerous. The attempted shot, a goal, and they score! And they pulled it back again. It is now 3-2 in favor of LA Galaxy 2, and the goal coming by Kyle Gregg, his 4th of the season.
Yeah.
Nice shot on his part.
Yeah, our left back kind of gets caught up on the ball, maybe tries to bring that down instead of just clearing it. Yeah. So he has, so you didn't see it before, but gets caught up under the defender, settles down for the forward, and he just takes a chance. And again, against the run of play, it seems.
Yeah, Ariano, I think, lost him there that time. Here's Raquel. Oh, can't get on possession here. Now, again, we're going to wonder and see how the Galaxy respond.
Talking about that complete package, I mean, we really haven't done bad at defense tonight. It's just 2 broken plays, it seems.
That seemed to be a harmless ball into the Galaxy defense. Here's Barden. Could have done better with that one. Aguilar with the clearance. Good work by St. Louis to get it back. Apia, as the energy has now been picked up by the visitors. Culbertson, he'll knock it forward. It'll come on the left side. Calistri should have taken the one-time cross, but luckily still on possession for him and now cleared out. This will be, I believe, a corner kick for St. Louis, and it is.
It looks to me like St. Louis is very happy with where they're at, though. I mean, against the run of play, 3-2 right now.
Well, they feel this Galaxy team will concede, right?
It looks that way.
Yeah, and so they feel that, okay, last week they gave up 4 goals. This is not out of harm's way. We have our best players now on the pitch, fresh legs. We got about 30 minutes for them, and we'll see what we can get out of this. This is the Galaxy breaking out. Clemente able to play this one ahead into space. Here's Alvarez. He's got 2. He'll play in the space at the top of the box. He just could not pull this back towards center enough and allow for the goalkeeper to collect the top of his 18-yard box.
Looked like we had a 4v2 there.
Good ball on the left side. Calistri offside as the flag is up.
And now that was dangerous coming back the other way, though. That's one thing we'll have to be careful of. We had a whole bunch of numbers going forward and might get caught out of position and something come right back down our throat.
Possession here for Galaxy 2 off the offside. Hey fans, don't miss the Galaxy back in action against Western Conference rival San Jose Earthquakes Friday, May 25th. It's an 8 o'clock start at StubHub Center. The first 12,500 fans in the stadium will receive a one-of-a-kind support local soccer scarf presented by Denny's. Get your tickets for this must-see match today at lagalaxy.com/tickets. Good ball here on the near side. Lassiter will knock it back through the header. Score! And again, the 2-goal cushion returns at the 70th minute for the LA Galaxy. Zubak, his 2nd goal of the match. So you wondered how they were going to respond, right? We both did, and this is the response you want to see.
Yeah, it gets sprung out to the right. Ari really with a great cross across the center. Yeah, that's what you want to see. And then a great finish, actually. Putting it down, right back across the keeper. It's to the front post there, but
Aguilar did a very nice job of setting that play up.
Yeah.
Right at the top of the penalty area, shaking that one defender and then getting the ball away.
We've had some very nice through balls on 2 of the goals tonight.
Here's Vomsteeg. He'll pick up 4-2 in the 71st now. Schultz. Sangha. Alvarez. Finding Aguilar. That one could have been better. Out of play over the far side touch. Going back to Alvarez, the calmness on the ball. He's showing maturity that is beyond his age right now.
Yeah, he really has. A number of players out here tonight, even on this last goal with Ari, it takes that first touch. I see these young kids doing a lot of the right things, so I really do feel like we're growing.
Good pressure here high. And the Galaxy get themselves a turnover, throwing.
Yeah, you'd love to see us actually pulling out the win, and sometimes that's what you need early in the season to turn things around. I know that would be our first win, but you can take it into the next game and something to build off of.
Well, I know the Galaxy has been feeling that it's coming.
Yeah.
Right? It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Now you need to turn the corner. Now you need to finish. That's what Mike Munoz is hoping his club can do this evening. Now, another 2-goal cushion, but still 18 and stoppage time coming. Culbertson. And the St. Louis club is not about to give up. They don't have any give up in them, at least right now. Here's Alvarez now. Looks to his right, looks to his left, nobody available, and he gets the foul out of it. Good work on his part. He looked like he was about to lose possession there.
Yeah.
And he gets the foul and a free kick.
That looked to be the best case scenario there after he got turned around. There was a run going through he could have played, but I feel like it might have been hard to squeeze that through. The defense was pretty set.
The one to the left of him?
Yeah, run around left.
I think that happened so quickly that I think that window opened and closed on him. St. Louis now trying to get it in transition. Good run here. Nice job defensively. A lot of speed there by Opoku.
Yeah, Opoku.
Culbertson. Big rainbow into the area. So get through everybody. Onto the right side it'll go. Kavita will run it down. Another ball towards the backside of the 6. This is for Von Stieg, who pulls it down well.
It's another early service from Culbertson. He's been serving up a lot of good balls, dangerous balls for Galaxy. It's been hard for them to defend.
Lassiter this time. All the way back to the stripe. Schultz. This could be an injury. The shot to goal. He scores! And that is called a hat trick, ladies and gentlemen. Alvarez. About 22 yards from goal there, and he hits the near post and in.
Picks his head up. Nice awareness on the field to see where the keeper is.
Look with Sangha, though, the way he went down awkwardly, and he's still down, hands to face, and he's trying to get up here. This is one that may, I think he's going to be okay.
Looked just like accidental contact there, but sure surprised him. He gets played into him. Kind of just collision. Finds himself on top of the ball and just
Alvarez one time
rip. Yeah.
Just lets that ball go across to his left, nice and calmly sends it home.
Hat trick for him.
Unbelievable. 5-2 in favor of Galaxy 2 in the 76th minute. This should be offside, and it is. So now, 3-goal cushion here, 15 and change to go, including added time. And this is now you can set, all right, now how do we close the game off? How do we kill the game off? This we'll start seeing in motion inside the next 5 minutes or so.
Just another opportunity for them to sit on top, just like the last game, and feel how that feels and figure out what they need to do to secure that win.
We'll start to see a lot of play like this from St. Louis.
Getting the ball forward early, trying to
knock
get chances.
It ahead.
Yep.
Here's Sangha. This will be a foul and a free kick. Schultz is there. Take the free kick.
Yeah, Galaxy will be looking to slow this game down as much as possible.
From Stieg. Ariano plays it forward. This is a nice build-up for the Galaxy on that left side. The run into the area by Zubak. He's on 2 goals. He'll get the corner kick out of it. Good cross. In the meantime, we have a player down for the Galaxy. I think that's Ariano, who took a knock as he got that ball away.
Actually, I really liked that early ball in that play. It bypasses 2 of their midfielders, and our player is able to receive that ball on the attacking side of them. It bypasses. That's the most dangerous thing, I think, in serving the ball from your defense into the midfield, when you can already beat the midfield just by
they're
the
already
pass.
chasing, right?
Exactly.
So it'll be a corner kick here for Galaxy 2. 3 goals last game, 5 goals this game so far. This will be a foul against the Galaxy. Nice heads up though by Lassiter,
Yes.
staying with the play.
As a former striker, that's what you want to see out of him. Just a little scrappy, it's still a goal. So you always got to follow those up.
It all counts the same.
Mm-hmm.
Apia. Thinking about Zubak, who was making the diagonal run into the wing.
The idea was there.
All the way back to the goalkeeper. Finlayson. Again, 9 guys behind the ball for the Galaxy, forcing the long ball up the wing. So find the touchline, another throw in here. Nice and easy, keep your shape. If you're the Galaxy.
I noticed our back line was a little out of sorts on that last play, though. Maybe getting tired. Got to keep the minds turned on.
Don't even have to play for an offside trap now at this point. You got a player down for the Galaxy, though, and that's why play has been stopped. I think that may be Alvarez.
Alvarez, yeah. You're hoping it's just a little knock.
Taking a look at that right knee. It looks like he might be all right, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Said the paramedic from 500 yards away. How about that? 80th minute here. All things good right now for the home team. Hey, which teams are hitting peak performance in the USL? Find out every Monday afternoon when the USLsoccer.com power rankings are released to see where your team sits after its most recent results. That's USLsoccer.com. For power rankings, Galaxy about to make this substitution. Alvarez is going to leave the match and Boucher will enter.
Yeah, I think they're
better
just
safe than
safe.
sorry here.
Yeah.
Galaxy.
He's
got a
walking
little
in
limp right to him right now.
But you definitely want to see him walking off on his own.
Looks like he's going to be all right, though. 3 goals on the night.
Yeah, not a bad
Hands
night
off.
for him. Hands off. I could see last bit of energy from Boucher to secure this win.
That was a substitution that was about to come anyway, I think. It may have been reserved for Lassiter, and I imagine he's going to be pulled from this match at some point. Although with 9 and change, I'm not so sure why you need that, and he hasn't had his goal, so maybe you try to get the goal for him. We'll see. This will be a foul and a free kick. Off the walk off the 10 yards here. We're probably looking at about 3 minutes of added time before it's all said and done anyway, so plenty of time. The big cross into the area, knocked back towards the penalty spot, cleared away. It'll come into midfield. Nice clearance there defensively on the part of the Galaxy. The goalkeeper way outside his net. It'll come to Reynolds. He'll play on the right side for St. Louis. Another long ball, top of the box this time around. Not cleared yet. Boucher. Back into midfield. Aguilar. He's got 1 assist so far in this match since coming on at the break. He'll take up some time. Good smart play there. Just stay on possession as long as you can.
I'd like to see him just keep it a little longer. Maybe slow down that play. Try to keep the possession.
Zubak. Schultz. Oof. That one. Good collision there. It'll lead into a throw-in for Galaxy 2. I believe our referee has given the throw-in, not the foul, and Schultz thought it was a foul. Sangha will knock this in the space.
We haven't quite been able to settle it in the last few minutes, and the services are coming earlier and earlier from
Sure,
St. Louis.
they need to. They need to hoof that ball up there, right? Calistri. This is okay by the Galaxy. Haven't played in their own end. That clock continues to run. Barden. Knocking it up the wing. Kept in play by Culbertson. But the possession overturned for a moment. Sangha goes down. He's not fouled. St. Louis on the attack. Opoku right on the goalkeeper, and it's saved. One of the few times Von Stieg has had to make a save, huh?
Yeah. Very dangerous play from St. Louis, though. We're not able to clear the ball efficiently enough. They stays in our end and pops through for one of their players to take a strike.
Here's Zubak doing his job of keeping possession as long as he can. He was pretty much the lone forward up there. 85th minute now. Calistri. This ball ahead, and the flag stays down. Greg. Ricochet to the goalkeeper, Von Stieg, and he'll pick up. Hey, keep up to date with all the best social media from around the league as Kelsey Steele hosts Off the Post every Friday through the league's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram feeds. Culbertson. Another long ball, offside.
They were able to time their run on the last one very well, but on that one, just a little too early.
Von Stieg will take his time here. I'm not so sure there'll be a need for much added time with the score the way it is. But we'll see what the officials decide. Foul against the Galaxy's Lassiter. It looks like the bench is quiet here for the Galaxy, so the substitutions are done. Another ball into the box along the near side. Clementa will just clear it out of harm's way. Another throw-in. Herzog. For the striker, Herzog, very quiet, especially in the second half.
Yeah. Only that one shot that I can recall, just in the last few minutes.
Foul against the Galaxy. Another restart opportunity for St. Louis. So Galaxy 2 well on their way to their first win on the season. Release that pressure. That was building up there for this club. Good ball into the area, and they score!
It's a good header. A great ball, too.
Greg again.
Yeah, those are the set pieces we were talking about earlier. But hats off to St. Louis. I mean, that was a very, very good ball.
Nice to see it again on the replay here. I think Vom Steeg would probably want to come off his line a little sooner there.
Well, why that's so difficult, though, is the angle of that ball. If the ball does go through, you're in a right position to catch it. But if the player does get a touch, as he did,
right,
you're kind of in this tough spot.
You're in trouble, yeah.
That's why that ball is just so hard.
And normally, a ball like that keeps the goalkeeper on his line, and that's kind of what happened there.
Keeps him honest.
Yep.
Here it is
again. Look at it again.
Yeah, you got kind of caught. You'd like to see him just either come or just stay, but that's why it's such a good ball.
Hilton took a knock here. He'll get a foul and a free kick. '88th minute is 5-3 in favor of Galaxy 2. In fact, it was not a foul, it was a throw-in. This will be an easy clearance, and it is. Back into midfield. Culbertson. Calistri. Schultz doing well here. The clearance not good enough. Calistri. Back in towards center. Opoku will have a punch at goal and right on the goalkeeper, and a referee late on the whistle here will give a foul and I believe a yellow card coming to Apia. Good free kick opportunity for St. Louis now, about 25 yards away from goal, along the near side, inside the 90th minute. Now, we talked about it earlier when it was 5-2. The cushion was good, and it's still okay right now, but if it turns to 5-4, whatever minutes are coming up in a moment, things can get rather interesting.
And it seems like the less amount of time and the closer it gets, the nerves come out.
Oh, sure. Four-man wall set up by Vom Steeg. Hilton will take the free kick. Referee gives the go-ahead. Here's the restart towards the near post and wide and out of play. Goal kick for the Galaxy.
It's a great shot. Just off the mark.
He does it, feet maybe?
Yeah, he does everything but put it inside the post there. You want to give it a chance, but it just was always going wide, though.
5 minutes of added time. Plenty of time left in this match. Another throw-in. Schultz trying to shield this ball to earn himself a goal kick, and he does. Vom Steeg will start taking his time here, and he should. Referee will come over, have a little discussion, make sure he doesn't take too much time. Can they finish this off, Galaxy 2? About 4 minutes to go, unofficially. Calistri. Switched on and cleared away. So, Brian, you talked about getting that possession, right? This is where the Galaxy, I think, are going to have to do that for a little bit. Get St. Louis to chase a bit.
Yeah, they're sitting in. It's quite obvious. Haven't found themselves on top of the ball, and when they are, it's quickly sprung as a counterattack, and then we're losing the ball again.
Culbertson, the quick throw-in. This will be knocked to the 6. A good opportunity, but the flag is up. Offside.
We've been very fortunate on those kinds of plays. You can't fall asleep in the box.
Well, Kyle Gregg is pretty much a handful for the Galaxy defense to deal with. Now the ball in the midfield. Zubak able to knock it forward. St. Louis will build out of the back. About 2 minutes into added time, which means 3 minutes to go unofficially. This one knocked down in front. Clementa trying to get to it. Schultz is there, and he'll just play it out over the far side touch for a throw-in.
Zubak still chasing the ball down as a forward, playing that D.
This is good defense by the Galaxy for the moment. Here's the attempted cross into the area, knocked down in front. The goalkeeper is down and
like
cleared away. A foul in the area.
Was that just me? It looked like there was a handball there. Someone's sure playing.
Not sure. It may have been Vom Stieg that got on the end of it. Let's take a look one more time.
Great early cross. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, there it goes. So that's where the foul came from.
A little hand of God action.
Yeah.
There.
Pointing back to 1986. Aguilar will play this one back. Rakeo knocks it forward. Zubak has the ball. Stop right in front of him, and he'll run it into the attack.
Go to the corner with that.
Yep.
You know, why that's so important is, you know, just with one more goal, they are right back into the game. So you want to go, get into the corner. On an opportunity like this, you'd like to see go get a shot on goal.
Zubak for the hat trick, and he got it.
Yep.
Number 6 on the night. 2 hat tricks for Galaxy players. Zubak and Alvarez.
So I was just saying keep it into the corner, but you got to pick the opportunity.
Right.
On this one, where man up advantage going to go, I think it was a 3v2 situation.
Yeah, it was 3 on 1.
3 on 1.
3 on 1, 3 on none
yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, and gets slipped in. Takes 2 good touches, puts it in the mix. Yeah, the defender's getting back late. Right on the ground, makes it very easy for his forward just to pick a corner, and he does. Very good finishing tonight.
Our referee looking at his watch. Inside the last minute of play unofficially here. The cross by Culbertson. This will stay in play. Rakeo will run it down. Our referee points to midfield, and this one has come to an end. You know, Brian, they're not supposed to be this easy, just so you know. 6-3 in favor of LA Galaxy 2. It is final, and Galaxy 2 get their first victory on the season. Quite a performance here, and we learned a lot. I think this Galaxy 2 team grew up a lot because each time they were put in situations to where they could lose their lead, they answered back positively.
Yes. Each time they put themselves ahead and even gave one back, they kept a positive mindset and proved to continue to score those goals.
6-3 the final, 2 hat tricks. When we come back, we'll have highlights and put a bow on this one. 6-3 Galaxy over St. Louis FC this evening. Postgame is next.
Oh, goodness me! I love LA! Going in on the play, Kobe Jones
Do you want to meet me in the East? Do you want to meet me in the West? Do you want to meet me on the block? Do you want to meet me at the spot?
Donovan! Far post! Score! Unbelievable goal right there. A classic David Beckham goal. Sandrini feeds that in. A little low touch, and what a goal that is from Giovanni Dos Santos. Sensational! The Los Angeles Galaxy are rampant. Sandrini coming back. Sandrini! How sweet it is Sensational.
6-3 the final in favor of LA Galaxy 2, and they get their first win on the season, and they do it with a splash. The most goals we've seen here at the track and field stadium at StubHub Center, and 2 hat tricks on the night, Brian.
Yep, it was a bit of a Alvarez and Zubek highlight reel tonight. And although those guys got all the goals, it really was a great team performance.
Yeah, they learned a lot tonight in terms of, we learned a lot about this LA Galaxy team and the fact that they responded in a positive way. Let's take a look at the highlights here in the first half, absorbing pressure and then...
Yeah, again, on these, it was quick. I feel like we had a lot of the...
Right.
The ball sprung forward tonight, and this created an early opportunity for us, and he does very well to finish.
This is what a good ball here as the Galaxy move it into the air. Look at Alvarez, knocks it over. Riquelme back on through as Alvarez continues the run. It's 2-0.
This was my favorite goal of the night. Just great team effort there. This is their goal. Yeah. And so I feel like if I was to be critical, right, we got the win tonight, but 3 goals.
Right.
I feel like they were broken plays, but Mike Munoz want to pull them aside, watch some video this week, and kind of break down what actually broke down in those plays.
Here's the Galaxy again, Alvarez with the second as he, again, dodges the defender, walks away from Hilton, leaves the left back in his tracks, and then puts it back onto his left foot and knocks it home.
Picks his head up and picks his spot.
That was number 2 for him. Have a somersault there. There you go, young man.
The Robbie Keane celebration. Okay, so here's again, try to make a play and just don't clear the ball, settles down for the forward and punishes us.
Kyle Gregg actually kept them in the game. He came in with 2 second-half goals. He was pretty impressive for them. You know, he didn't have that many touches, but the touches he made were productive. Here's Aguilar now, the turnover, right? Aguilar does a good job running through and then springs Lassiter.
Another great through ball.
Number 2 for Zubak on the night. The Galaxy are off and running again, keeping the cushion. And that's what we were wondering. Could they keep that 2-goal cushion? And they did.
Important for them to respond after each goal.
And how about this? Alvarez. Again, the ball comes through. Sangha falls down. He lets it slide onto his left. Picks his head up, knocks it home.
He was having his way with the keeper tonight.
Oh. And then again, not to be outdone. There's Gregg one more time.
He proved to be that player of interest we were talking about, even though I came on as a sub, super sub.
And the icing on the cake, Aguilar with the 2nd assist on the night. Zubak finishing off the hat trick. Not a bad second half for Aguilar, picking up 2 assists on the evening as well. As the Galaxy roll tonight for a 6-3 victory. And that'll do it for us tonight from the track and field stadium at StubHub Center. For Brian Jordan, Joe Tutino saying so long. 2 hat tricks on the evening. Efrain Alvarez and Ethan Zubak. 6-3 Galaxy over St. Louis FC tonight. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.